There I am. Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. I wanted to start this stream. Normally I start them in-game, but I wanted to start this stream by showing that I have put a significant amount of time into this game. Oh. Alright. 80 hours and counting, baby. It's a good game. I'm liking it a lot. Nobody... There's like a couple of friends that I know who play it, but time zones make that tricky, as well as just like playing and being on at the same time in general. So this has all been 80 hours of just me playing with randoms on the internet or by myself. Did they reset the frame rate lock, or what's going on here? Why is it... Ooh. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, big guy? Right. I think... I'm just gonna close that down. Yeah. I think shit running is probably slowing me down. Okay. These are still bugged. I did finish the weekly, but I haven't seen dailies for a while. Yeah, let me just show off here. I've maxed ranked all of the major new classes. They recently did an update where most of the guns have been maxed out in level, which I don't mind. I was grinding some of them last night in preparation for Phalanx, but I'm just glad to sign in and see that like a bunch of them are just capped, which is great. Because leveling weapons, the EXP needed to be adjusted, and I think they did that. So that's good. Sorry, I had a mouthful of food. The big cool thing to me, beyond the content pack, is that there is a paid-for DLC that's about $10, where you get armor like this. So you get the Wayland-Yutani stuff, which is very chunky. By default, it's all white. Kind of spacesuit looking. But then the specialist, or spec ops, is all black and red. Got my dock geared up here. Love the ODST helmet. It's the vibe it gives me. And my demolisher. Apparently this minigun sucks, according to some people, but it is one of the new weapons. The minigun, the L59 minigun. It's weird that aiming down sights doesn't spin the barrel. There's a lot of bullet spread, which isn't ideal. I haven't used it in an actual proper fight yet, but statistically you have more ammo capacity and max ammo on the smart gun auto targets. It has a lower damage ratio, but a higher rate of fire. And it never misses. If the spin-up time was reduced at all, which, I mean, I think that's what the charge time is. So, well, you'll have to see how it is with maxed out stats, if it's any better. If it can be tweaked with mods. I'm just using the standard stuff that I already have on my smart gun. The explosive flash hider, the slow barrel, and deep railed armature. But nothing too crazy on that. I think I'd still prefer the smart gun in general. Some of the other crazy new guns, they got the Pike, the L33 Pike. This is a bolt-action sniper rifle. which is kind of cool. Let me jump to recon. Equip it here. So with it, one round in the magazine, one shot. I feel like it has the potential to be really, really good, but I haven't used it in a fight yet. It might be my main weapon here on recon. Looking at its damage, it's definitely one of the strongest sniper rifles in the game. So this might end up being just one of the best weapons overall for raw DPS. Incredibly accurate, super stable. Its biggest disadvantage is max ammo, but you can tweak that with rifle perks. I've just gotten a bunch here for weak point damage and accuracy. But this one also gives me reload speed, which is another thing I was curious about here. Because, yeah, the faster you reload speed, the faster that bolt moves forward. Which, goddamn, that is satisfying. Besides that, there is the... Oh, yeah, here I am in the... This is what the Doc outfit looks like. You get surgical scissors and plate armor. You don't get any arm stuff, which, you know, I like this one. I like it in the stock white because, you know, you're a doctor, you're a medic. The assault rifle, if you're familiar with the game, the Kramer assault rifle, this fucking heavy bolter, it's been determined to be one of the better general assault rifles in the game. Just your good old-fashioned strong damage, don't fuck around kind of gun. This just seems to be a Wayland-Yutani variant of it. It has a slightly higher rate of fire. I'm using the same alloyed mag on it that I do have on the Kramer, and it has a few more rounds in general. It doesn't feel bad. I can see this being really good. I haven't checked effective range, fire rate. Fire rate and range on hit. Could be decent. I think it's probably one of the more average weapons added to the new weapon content. However, the least average, and the one that I think most people were probably paying attention to, is the laser. The N79 EVA laser. So the unique thing about the laser is a battery cartridge, and you can't swap it. It takes a medium muzzle, medium optics. It's one of the higher damages in the pistol slot, next to the Kramer. And averages out at a slightly similar, like, timing to the Kramer 50 cal. But you just get a quick second or two of charge time. It's a Star Wars pistol. It has a chance of overheating, and you got to be careful about that. But considering that it never uses ammunition, you just have to be careful about heat warning. You get about 4 shots in a row? Yeah. You get 4 shots in a row if you don't wait between shots. You don't, like, line them up. Seems decent. I'm really curious about it. And I think the best class to use it with is going to be Phalanx. Now, I'm wearing this is what the default outfit looks like. Let me take my helmet off as well. You get, like, the standard marine armor. It says unbreakable on your chest. You get, like, a Spartan helmet. The specialist outfit, hard head. Stand firm. You get like the caution tape. I love this. I love big, chunky, angular armor like this. Also big, chunky, and not angular. It's the Wayland-Yutani, which is also really good. Very stormtroopery in a good way. Of course, the Spec Ops is black and red. Honestly, the Wayland-Yutani outfits are really good, and I'd say it's worth the $10 if you just want... If you want this aesthetic. The only thing that makes me kind of sad is that abilities don't change appearance with your outfit, which kind of, I don't know, that disincentivizes? Is that a sentence? It doesn't make me too eager to use them on classes like Technician, for example. Because you have a big green turret that matches your green suit. So, like, yeah, it looks good. Shotgun bandolier there, the knife, the pouches, the chunky armor bits. But, like, your gun's always going to be green, no matter what you wear. Which is a bit of a bummer. I did finally get the specialist outfits, which is something I didn't have before. If you hit max rank, you get a gray, black, and red version of the gear that is normally the specialist outfit for your character, which is just kind of a way to say, like, I did it, I suppose. Looking forward to getting that for Phalanx. Gonna throw the helmet back on, the guard helmet. I went with this helmet initially because you can see, like, it's got like a similar weathered caution yellow striping on it, and I feel like it matches the suit perfectly. So let's talk about Phalanx, the new class that just dropped with this patch. You get 2 abilities. I've kitted it out minorly. Shock Pulse. You immediately stun enemies and cause them... stun nearby enemies. Enemies that melee you are dazed. Affected enemies also take damage over time. So it's just a good explosive thing. I have a recharge mod on it, and in conjunction, I'm also using Down and Out, which is a high-level Demolisher perk that applies to all classes. You deal 20% more damage to enemies that are stunned or knocked. Hey, I stun them for free. Might as well take advantage of that. And then your shield is the main ability. This is the perk you can buy from Park right away. While Shield Up is active, your non-aim down sights accuracy and stability are increased by 50%. In practice, with some of the close quarters weapons and pistols, you basically have the same accuracy as you would be aiming down sights with a shotgun, as an example. So, it's not the best perk, but considering I don't have anything else to fit in the slots, it seems good to get, and I got a CQW thing. Your passive makes it so that whenever you get hit while your shield is up, you get a damage stack. It caps out at 15%. So the shield, it has no health bar, no limit. It covers your front and nothing else. You move very slowly. But you can use both your weapons with the shield out, which is good. In this case, I'm going to be rocking... Let's bust out the laser pistol. Why not? That's not the laser pistol. That's the laser pistol. We're going to bust out the laser pistol and the incinerator, because that was the one thing I was curious with the shield. Shotguns are going to be great, and there's a lot of good shotguns that I can point to in the category. You know, the Type 76, the M37. The Medved is really good if you get high reload speed. You know, the Type 21's decent. But, like, the M37 and the Type 76 are the 2 best shotguns for the shotgun category. Hot take. There's some good SMGs as well. The X43 Barrage is just one of the best SMGs in the game. But, you know, you get a flamethrower in the CQW slot, and you have a shield that prevents you from taking damage on the front, which means you're essentially a tank in World War I. You're just a giant piece of armor with a little flamethrower on the front. And that seems useful to me. Putting the shield away is also instant, and it has a 0.5 second cooldown. Barely. You'll want to swap out shield as fast as possible. Shield auto folds up when you roll, which is good. So if there's an emergency, you can just be like, oh shit. And then the pulse is just immediate and fairly decent range. Can you mod range with that? Yes. So you can increase range, recharge speed, and duration. Not duration, just range and recharge speed. Or radius, if you prefer. There are no kit mods for the shield outside of the cooked-in mods available for Phalanx, which there's some interesting ones. I haven't read all of them, but I'm curious to dive into them as I level the class. And I'm going to be leveling the class. Before we jump into a match with other players, with like real players, I want to do a demo match to get a feel for the EVA laser as well as the class itself and see how it handles. And I just want to play the game. I'm a little sad that we haven't seen more Horde mode maps, although I'm hoping that's coming in a future update. Lakasi Tower is the only Horde map at the moment, and the last time I streamed this, it was the only Horde map. Also, yeah, since the last time I streamed this, I've played a lot of this fucking game. Oh, shit. Cat with the sound alert. Thank you, it's appreciated. Let's just dive in. Do the... Not the first mission, let's do priority 1. Do it in private. Turn on challenge cards, because I'm going to get an EXP card.
Honecker is somewhere up on Katanga's mainframe decks. Looks like he's been searching for a safe place to hide.
Wait. I said enabled. There we go.
Honecker is somewhere up on Katanga's mainframe decks. Looks like he's been searching for a safe place to hide from all the Xenos aboard.
Oh, I guess they don't let you
find him, get him
in a private match? That's unfortunate. Whatever. I guess that's to stop people like me who just kind of play private matches and stack cards.
Honecker, you out there? Staff Sergeant Herrera, Colonial Marines. It's in a radio dead zone. Patch into the local network.
Oh yeah, the acid blood is still going to get through the shield. No doubt. But the laser pistol's fun so far. It's a one-hit kill on standard. I'm not doing anything too ridiculous yet. Let's just get the flamethrower out and ready.
Honecker, you read?
Yeah, a lot clearer. Listen, to get to me, you'll have to go through the network security room.
Cooked. See, this is what it's about, is you kind of just trudge your way through hallways and tunnels like this. Shield out. Cooking anything that comes your way. Acid blood is still definitely a factor here, and I'll have to do a demo mission with synths to see how they handle against the robots shooting at you.
I locked down the deck. The override's in network security up in the ops center.
I picked some interesting weapons for this.
I heard gunfire.
Nothing to worry about. We're professionals.
Alright, let's see what's in the crate. Yeah. I've gotten all of the cosmetics out of hidden caches. The only things left are class-specific mods. The Doc one and, yeah, the Phalanx one as well. Aftershocks, which is supposed to be really, really good. Just don't have it.
Sentry deployed.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I can see you on my monitors now. Wait, xenomorphs, heading to you.
Let us handle it.
This feels interesting. I don't know if I could necessarily recommend the laser pistol. So I'd have to see how it handles against higher level enemies. I can recommend this flamethrower though. It's a good combo. There's a good chance that if you're playing as a Phalanx, that your teammates should be behind you. There's actually a perk later in the tree that increases their damage resistance by 20% if they're behind you while your shield is up. Yeah, I picked a bad loadout. But I've just got to live with it.
Wow.
Rearming.
Our fights in Paula's Station went
Patching up.
very differently. Sorry. Have you seen a gray striped xenomorph?
Striped? No.
Have you been down to the surface? Did you make any arrests?
We can't discuss operations on an open channel, Doc.
Right. Yeah, of course.
So in missions like this, where you're moving from place to place, and like you're actively walking, and you have corridors like this, and choke points and things to block off. Phalanx has a lot more use in those cases, but I'm not sure how well Phalanx would do in Horde mode at the moment. If there was a Horde mode with synths, I could see it doing much better.
Got a mechanical failure in the door.
Behind you!
Shutdown imminent.
Oh, you died. Okay, interesting. If you're rezzing somebody, your shield goes down. Yeah, I picked a bad kit. Alright. It does a decent amount against armor. Not amazing, but, you know, a decent amount.
Bypassing death.
Those big ones. They're the ones that come out of
Let's cut it and run it.
people.
Best not to think about it, Doc. Marines, cut the door.
Don't think about it.
Working Joes. Ain't those Sikhs and robots?
Yeah, well, Seegson used to own Katanga.
Listen.
It took me so long to realize, and I've been playing this game for like 90 hours. It took me way too long to realize that Katanga was the name of the station and not just like a company or something. Like, I didn't know what they were talking about until I realized that we're on Katanga. Like, that's what it's called.
So, the halls between you and me are 120 below zero, so
Also, the observation that I think I've made here, and when I was showing this game off to Molly at Four Tails Funhouse, she had a very similar observation.
You'll have to cut the
Level
refrigerant to
design.
reach me. I broke the valve. Tossed the wheel in a side room. Sorry.
Alright, did I already heal? I guess I did.
I'll get those bastards for this.
The game's layout is very similar to a Destiny strike. Little randomized things change each mission. Like, you know how if you do a strike in Destiny 2, sometimes it'll be different enemies for one part of it or another. Sort of a similar thing here. I've played the first couple missions multiple times, grinding hidden caches. And I've seen, like, a bunch of different variations on the same quest, or whatever.
Great. Now your lungs won't freeze on the way in theory.
The only real sad thing is that, unlike Destiny 2, there's no quick playlist.
Motion in the ducts around you. Get hot.
God.
Bypassing damage.
I got you, useless robot. I want to play as a synth. I just called them useless, but I want to play as them. Okay, the grapple still goes through with the shield up. Good to know. There's writing over the back of my shoulder here that says, stand firm. But the I is cut off at the bottom.
No strikes.
So I just read it as stand FTRM, which to me just translates to female to radical male. When I transitioned, I became cool. I didn't get my stun grenade ability off in time. There's a bit of a charge up to it, which makes sense. It's pretty powerful.
Again, it's just there's one Xeno that
Especially paired with,
I keep seeing it. I think.
especially paired with the,
I haven't slept.
the ability to, like, increase your damage against stunned enemies, just to have a button that instantly stuns, like, for free. Not chance of stun, not, like, can stun on hit, or stun chance on bullets, or whatever. Just, like, press a button, everyone near you gets stunned. And you do more damage to stunned enemies. Like, that's good shit.
Do it. Now
Down and out is going to be a must-have
another
perk.
damn swarm. Get to cover.
Are they coming up the pipe? Yes. Just gonna position myself here. You kind of have to be a bit more out of the way when you're playing a Phalanx, but the bonus is that you can be. Like, you can be further out like this because, you know, you've got the big shield. Flamethrower's a good pairing for it. If you're playing on harder difficulties, definitely be careful about literal friendly fire. It might just be smarter to use a shotgun, especially with how good the shotguns are. than if you're playing with a something like a gunner is what I was thinking of. I blanked. The assault class. Getting overclock while using a riot shield and just like running at people with a full auto shotgun. It's gonna do some work.
She's here!
I don't. Okay, spitters just immediately take you out of the shield. Oh, I think her health caps. So like you can't kill her on this part.
That one knows me, followed me, and they made it in the lab on LV-895. It came up here with us. We didn't know until the one it came out of. Her name was Monica.
Also, just like Destiny Strikes, you hear the story a million times and just stop giving a shit. So all the impact of the story is just kind of lost. Like the first time you did Savathun's Spine, it was like really cool and like, oh my god, Guardians being turned into these crystals to power hive technology. And the briefest hint of big bug lady, Savathun's song. It's her diddle.
The room I'm in,
But like
it's only supposed to be opened by company
the
experts.
100th time you do it, it's just like, I get it.
Xenos will be drawn by the noise.
Well,
Vibration, whatever, they'll come. Be ready.
also the funniest part, yeah, like the funniest part is after you do it a second or third time, I don't remember how many times, but I remember on Xbox the first time I did it, the entire dialogue was actually static, like it's supposed to be. When you hear the Guardians say stuff that's like giving away the plot, they refrain or get staticky. But once you beat the mission the first time, the static goes away, and you hear just some terrible delivery of like, "I'm not gonna let you turn me into those crystals."
Locks are dropping. I hope you can. Good luck. They're coming.
I also remember being confused about it from a lore point of view, because when they said, like, the crystals contain void light, and I'm like, yeah, isn't that how it works? Like, my understanding of how the Destiny magic energy bullshit works is that it all is divided amongst solar, arc, and void, and the fact that the different enemies use those use those elemental types against you implies that like they also just have access to it. The eggs were filled with acid. Rest in peace, Anthem. You were fine. You were just okay. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the laser pistol. It's cool in concept, but I would need... I don't know, like, this is the pistol class.
She's back! She's coming for me!
And it just doesn't feel great. Flamethrower feels good, though. Oh, I've got the max damage buff. It is really comical how they do the flamethrower in this game, where they try to make it look like movie special effects, so it just covers your entire peripheral vision with flames. It's even worse when other people are using it around you and all you can see are their flames. Like, I've been in that situation. It's rough. Like, I get grappled by a Xenomorph Prowler, and it's just my entire screen becomes orange. I've also heard they've tweaked difficulty and stuff, because some people were complaining that the game was too difficult in some spots.
More Dinos incoming! More Dinos incoming!
I can't swap weapons while it overheats.
It's over. Oh, God. Finally.
My board's clear. Collect our man.
There's actually an achievement for going through an entire mission
So,
without
you ever shoot
using...
for something? I mean, I don't
finish your
have a spacesuit.
dialogue. There's an entire achievement for going through a whole mission without picking up medkits or using ammo boxes, and I think the one main way to do that is definitely to just have a group of people with laser pistols. Yeah, barely any EXP. I am so glad I didn't do this with people.
Well, we
I
found
would have
Hunter.
lost
Now
my
we've
shit.
got to get him safely back to the Endeavor. Lieutenant.
Right. I'm thinking shotgun. As for handgun, let's, yeah. Let's just do twin hammer. Twin hammer's a good gun. Feels good. Shoot good. Might as well get the matching set. Speaking of matching set, why don't I rock my fucking Halo outfit for a little bit? We're going to do this in a private mission. There we go. Now challenge cards work. All right, let's do... hidden knowledge. Let's just get some XP. I love that my boss approached me the other day at work saying like, hey, we're going to get Sonic in. Do you want me to put a copy aside for you? Like, I don't like Sonic.
Yourself in a dangerous location. The Xenos behind us weren't exactly safe.
I don't want to hear them talking anymore. I'm so done with the dialogue. Also, it's spoilers. If you care about the story at all. Now, this class is supposed to be really good against synths, and it is. Alright, you don't have to keep the shield up to keep the damage buff. So you don't have to worry about swapping that. Might play some KO. That's a cool. I should jump on some KO City in a bit as well. There's a few more. I want to finish off the... Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I wanted to do in the Division 2. When they had like the shield that lets you hold a rifle. But it wasn't a good shield. And it's just better to use pistol half the time. And then Riot Shield just ended up sucking, and there wasn't any gear that benefited Riot Shield. There's a lot of problems with trying to be tanky in the Division 2. Just wasn't viable. I really like this shotgun. I know some people... I don't know if there's anybody on, like, the internet who poops on it, but the double barrel shotgun's fine. Works great. This is also one of the only classes where the melee button actually comes into play, because you get a shield bash.
Bypassing damage.
Oh, I should keep an eye out for hidden caches. DeBeast, hey, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Just checking out Alien. Those are some faces. That ambient rain sound. Yes, I was talking about on the top of the video, stream, whatever. It is kind of sad that, like, your different outfits don't give you matching abilities. Because if this Riot Shield matched my outfit, that would make it worth $10 for this outfit pack. In my mind. Took your advice on Spellcaster and had a lot of fun. That's great. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I gotta jump back in. Especially since I got the anniversary skin. They gave out a free skin a couple weeks ago that gets you like you can level it and stuff. I've been motivated to do that. Alright. Electric rounds. Alright. This actually feels really good. I'm really curious to see how this class feels once I start getting more mods for it, especially the one that increases melee damage by 100%. Ooh, big boy. I love that this game gives you some range on shotguns. Which, I mean, it should. You got acid blood to worry about. This game is co-op. I'm playing it solo right now just to get a feel for the new Phalanx, the class that just dropped. Trying it out with different guns and different builds and seeing how it feels. I'm just playing with bots right now. I would recommend it if you like zombie shooter games. It's very similar to games in that mold. I would compare it quite similarly to Vermintide. But it's in the Aliens universe if you're into the Alien films. Looks like explosions disable your shield as well. It's good to know. I think it's about like 40 American. Thereabouts. The DLC is all cosmetic, so all of the content is, like, core content is free. The only gun that costs real money is Hicks's shotgun from Aliens, and it's not good, so don't worry about it. So this is another mission that randomizes at times. Sometimes you'll enter this room, and it'll be sentry guns, and other times it'll be landmines that you have to navigate around. Not huge differences, but it's enough to make replayability feel different each time. Which is similar to how Destiny Strikes do it, with the whole, like, oh, but this time you're fighting the Vex. What? The Taken are here. Fucked up if true, man. Again, though, I think I've said it before, and I'm gonna keep saying it until they add it. This game needs a quick play mode. Manually selecting each mission and praying that public matchmaking lobbies exist for the mission you want to play is just tiresome. And I'm not even at a point where I want to play any missions. I don't care which mission I play. Because there's only about 12, and I've played them all enough times that I kind of know them like the back of my hand. Come on, quit horsing around, guys. Does it have PvP? No PvP. It's all 3-player co-op. It would be interesting to see them attempt that, like like the classic Alien vs. Predator arcade games.
Bypassing deck.
Getting nothing good out of hidden caches. Gotta widen my range of games. Oh no, I get that though. If you like a type of game, you want to play that. I will mention, and I might play it this weekend if I have the energy, because I'm doing a 40-hour week. There's a battle royale game that just launched on Steam, where you play as vampires shooting each other. Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. It's pretty good. People who are hardcore into the Vampire the Masquerade tabletop or Bloodlines, the old PC RPG, they're not huge on it, and I get why. And some people are tired of the battle royale genre, but like, you know, it's still good. Has some interesting abilities and class dynamics. A lot of verticality. Interesting to navigate levels. I'll talk about it more when I play it on Twitch. 'Cause I'm gonna be definitely checking it out when I get the chance. No, yeah, I'm pretty fortunate that like I'm only part-time. I don't have the mental or physical ability to do full-time at the moment. But even then, my boss likes to put me at the edge of my part-time hours. It doesn't help that everybody's on vacation this week. But, hey, money. And I work Labor Day, so that's time and a half. Gonna need that money, because I gotta get fitted for a suit soon. Gears of War? Yeah, definitely some Gears of War. People have also compared it to The Division. And I'm getting that vibe. Playing this with the Riot Shield is making me feel like big Division energy. Core. Oh shit, congratulations. My cousin's getting married, and that's up in October, but I still want to make sure that I'm ready to go. I was one of those people who thought, like, you know, I was set. I have a suit. I got fitted for a suit like 5-6 years ago. It'll still fit. And I went to go try it on, and it did not. So I've got to get a new one. It's going to be a whole weekend affair, I'm realizing. I'm going to have to, like, rent a hotel room and shit. Man, I didn't think about that until just now.
Potential of
See, that guy's a riot shield. And that should just be what it looks like when I'm rocking the Wayland Yutani armor. Yeah, the other thing too is like just having a good suit for occasions is just nice. Never know when I'm gonna need one. I do want to dress more professionally. Since COVID started, it's been a lot of sweatpants. Work requires black dress pants, but work also requires me to bust my ass unloading skids, so I've ruined a lot of good dress pants that way. Ooh. The shield doesn't seem to protect against fire. That makes sense. I don't think holding a piece of metal in front of your face is going to stop anything from catching fire.
Bypassing deck.
Come on. There we go. Come on. No, you have a preset loadout. Oh, I just healed one of the bots. Okay. Hey, bonus XP. Rank 2. Oh, I can rock a flamethrower. I might. Again, because it's fun. But I also want to use the full auto shotgun, see how that feels. And as for pistols, got the M10 auto, see how that feels. Or let's do that, yeah. Range and reload speed of handguns. Stability and stumble chance of close quarters weapons. Really useful. Grants you 20% stun resistance, ADS movement speed, and shield movement speed. Yeah, that's a must-have. Keep them pinned. Enemies you shoot deal 10% less damage for 4 seconds. Does not stack. Perfect. Let's see if I can't fit anything else in here. Oh, shit. I've got another mod that just increases the recharge speed of an ability. Can't use it right now because I don't have the space, but let's grab that because I've got down and out increases my stun and knockdown damage. I think with this loadout, I'm feeling confident enough to go into public matches. Only way to be sure, Breach is a mix of aliens and robots, so it'll be a fun level to do. Let's just do it on standard. 2 docks. Interesting. Let's throw on my hidden knowledge. Go in. Well, the weekly is to play 3 missions as Doc, so I can see a bunch of people just wanting to knock that out and signing back on for the update. What time is it where you live? It's about 8:30 now. 8:25. Whatever. Up in the East Coast. Okay, so this feels amazing. I love that with the shield. When you're reloading the pump action shotgun, you cock it off your hip. If you see me keep checking like corners and side rooms, it's because the hidden cache boxes can just kind of spawn in any of them. So I'll just be checking all the time. Oh yeah, this shotgun's great. Woo. That is disrespectful. I love it. Because they're basically robots representing a corporation. So a bunch of them will say stuff like, "You are destroying government property." Alright. Yeah, I think this is an interesting combo. The SMG pistol and the shotgun. I could also mess with a shotgun pistol and an SMG close quarters weapon. There's some really good ones of those. Yeah, it's not strong against armor. Yeah, it does shred through regular health, but when it comes to ooh, that's fire. That's fire. Present your credentials. That is disrespectful. Yeah, this class is great. Alright, gotta shoot the tank. Okay, yeah, this thing shreds. I'm glad it took the time to level it. It's also one of my favorite things about this game is like a zombie fighting game. Like, it's basically what it is, like a horde mode game. Survival thing. It's just how the xenomorphs function uniquely as enemies to fight. The fact that they crawl on the walls and ceiling, the acid blood, meaning that, like, you can't just be on top of them. Oh, there it is. Jump scare moments. I'd love to play this with the full squad at some point. Might bug Molly and Raichin of the Four Tails Funhouse fame. That's something they'd want to bust out at some point. Do a collab stream. I also know my friend Lily over at Trains Queen of Salt also has this game and was planning on doing a stream of it. Woo! Oh god, the drone. Is there anything up here? No. So the Xenomorph drone is a really interesting enemy. Loud enemy type. It's an interesting one because it'll do damage at you and then leave. Like, it runs away. And it's just kind of a persistent threat. There's a challenge card that you can activate at the start of a mission where you just get one that spawns permanently throughout the whole level. So, like, you can kill it, but as soon as you kill it, a new one respawns. That kind of thing. I'm gonna do a couple rounds of this, but I want to try out that bolt-action sniper rifle on Recon and see how it feels. Oh yeah, with the weapon attachments in this game, you can opt to not have a scope that takes you out of third-person view for the sniper rifles, which is something I appreciate. Just because when they can come at you from all sides like that, you want to be aware of it. Nice combat stems. Oh, I got a warrior. There he is. And there he goes. 40% increased damage against stunned enemies. And I have a button that just instantly stuns. It is interesting that they added a class that uses handguns and close quarters weapons, and they didn't add any new CQW guns. Just a new pistol. But I think the stuff they added was all stuff that was data mined. All stuff that was in-game that just needed probably some fine-tuning following the gold launch. Like, they were doing an interview about this class specifically, and like, we wanted to include it in base, but didn't have it ready in time. Oh, did we check this room? No, yeah, there's nothing in here. I also just love this aesthetic. I'm not the hugest fan of the Aliens franchise. Like, I'm familiar enough with the films, but the main thing I love from the Aliens films is just this kind of very blocky, industrial, utilitarian design to space ships and structures and stuff. Oh, facehugger. Oh. I've cornered myself. One of the perks I want to get for this class is unlocked through these red boxes. And it basically takes that, the pulse ability I've been using and makes it a thing on that deploys onto the ground. And I did not get it. It's a very low spawn rate, from what I can tell. Discussions online seem to point out that it may or may not be a higher drop rate on harder difficulties, but that's not been confirmed. I'm also not too eager to play on harder difficulties just yet with Phalanx because of the little caveat that you sorry, big yawn. The caveat that you've got friendly fire to worry about as a class, that the entire point of you like playing it is to be in front of everyone. So I'm just not looking forward to the prospect of just being shot in the back of the head. Yo, you want to heal me so you can refill your medkit? That's fine. The interesting quirk with the dock class is that you can't refill your med station if you have med kits already equipped. Oop. Into the wall, butthole. The wall sphincters, as Claptrap used to say in Borderlands 2. Oh, that beeping noise. Somebody's deployed a drone. Just gives you an overall damage buff. Dropping some landmines. And then we get to deploy air duct systems. That's it. Yeah, we're shutting down all the air ducts because the xenomorphs can travel through them. I think it's a little late for damage control on where and where not the xenomorphs can go, considering the entire structure looks like this. Honestly, for me, this is just like a really relaxing game. Warhammer Vermintide 2 is like that in a lot of ways, and this is just kind of what I'm using is a holdover until Dark Tide releases. And I guess Back for Blood as well. Back for Blood seems like a fun game that I'll probably end up picking up. But the big one I'm super excited for is 40K. Praetorian. And it's dead. Yeah, Praetorians guard the queen. There is a xenomorph queen that you encounter in this game. It's a pretty cool mission. Alright, let's get out of here. Extraordinary weaponry. Oh, damn. Very useful. Alright, now I'm rank 3. Damn right, I got the most kills. Yeah, I like this class a lot. Alright, I was a bit harsh when I turned the character volume down that low. So I have access to these slots now. So if I turn that sideways, this is a good way to show off how the perk grid system works. As you unlock levels, you unlock more slots in the grid, which means I can do that, and it makes my ability recharge to 40%. Now I can also apply a modifier to my my pulse, my shock pulse. Concussion pulse. The initial blast is now concussive, causing it to deal a small amount of damage, have a larger range, and knock enemies backwards and down for 3 seconds. However, it will no longer grant a short buff. It doesn't talk about the short buff. Oh, it's the enemies that melee you become dazed, I guess is the buff. And then shock barrier. Shock pulse no longer stuns and damages nearby enemies. Instead, the buff it grants will last 12 seconds. It'll grant 33% damage resistance, stun enemies who attack you for a longer period of time, and will deal more damage to attackers. I kind of want to mess with that one, just to see how it feels. I also have a 2-slot perk here, so I can go for Reach. But I don't think it matters when it's shock barrier, but we'll see. Nearby allies that are behind you take 10% less damage, an additional 10% less when your shield is up. I would like that. Doesn't have to be attached to anything, it's just a big perk. Huh. Just trying to think of like how else I can fit things into this build at the moment. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. I think it's more effective to have it as a big kind of like pulse ability. That's my hot take. So let's go for the level 3 extended reach. What does that look like? Oh yeah, that covers a much wider range. Right. So I'll mess with that a bit more in a bit, but we're going to swap to recon here so we can look at the new sniper rifle, the L33 Pike. So it's got the... I've equipped it with the digital scope, the speed loader, and the precision hider. Reload speed was the main factor here. The way it functions in this game is that it has one bullet, and the bolt action is the reload. So that'll be really interesting to mess with,
Grabbing ammo.
especially in this loadout. I think what I want to do that with is, let's do a horde.
Fireteam, we need to divert the Xenos from an ongoing operation. Get aboard Katanga and make some noise.
Get a cryo grid.
The bugs will come at you in waves. Hold on as long as you
Oh,
can,
and
then
landmines.
get out.
Landmines are useful. Good. Good, well-balanced team here. Although, let me flex real quick and put on the Horde Slayer skin. Because that guy had it on his gun. And I wanted to flex. There's also a special, yeah. The Horde Slayer skin you get for doing Horde mode on intense difficulty, and then there's a skin for your characters that you can get on insane. But insane Horde mode requires communication in a team.
Prepped a defensive position for you. When you're ready to start, hit the control for the air shafts.
Covering the entire back of the... This is my strategy, right? If we're panicked enough that, like, our defensive position is compromised to have us back into a corner, the landmines are there as a security measure for ad clear. Open drink. It's my favorite emote, because watch what my character does. Whoa! Alright, so recon instantly spots all enemies. Oh my god, I forgot! So there's a perk on recon where your weapon automatically is fully reloaded if you attack somebody who's attacking a teammate. So I just never have to reload in most ideal scenarios. God, this gun's amazing! Sniper rifles are very hit or miss in Aliens Fireteam Elite, but this one is the GOAT. There are two, like, there's this gun, but the one after it, like, that I would say is a must-use if you want a sniper rifle, is got to be, it's called the Twilight V4, and it's like it's your semi-auto sniper rifle. It's 20 rounds in the mag. Really fast fire rate. You can use the, a mod that makes the muzzle of the gun do explosive damage. Oh yeah, and this SMG just kicks ass. I could easily use that SMG on Phalanx and absolutely wreck shit. Ooh, got overclocked. Does not really help me on the sniper rifle. So Gunner has an ability where it increases your rate of fire temporarily. That's what the overclock is. There's a perk you can get within overclock that makes it so everyone gets your reload speed buff as well, which buffs your reload speed by 50% or so. It is a 3x1 slot perk to put in, and most people don't, but I don't know, it helps. Yeah, this is my new favorite sniper rifle in the game. I've been pretty iffy on some of the guns that they added in this update. This is one of the best ones. They added a minigun for the heavy weapons class, but according to people who've been using it, it's not very good, which is a little unfortunate. But the assault rifle seems cool. The laser pistol is pretty underwhelming. But this sniper rifle's meta. Like, I don't see how it can't be. It's one of the strongest single-shot weapons in the rifle category. And it absolutely shreds. The only thing that it doesn't have that other sniper rifles do in this game, which might dock it some points, is that other sniper rifles can use large magazine slot. And at the same time. In the large magazine slot, you can equip an item that gives you plus 25% damage against armor, which, using a sniper rifle in an oh shit situation, getting swarmed by a big, like Xenomorph warrior or Praetorian, that you just need to shred their armor as fast as possible. You can't really do that with this gun. But it works really, really well for everything else. Also, hi, Aldrich. I didn't say hi when you came in. Yes, I'm winning. The new content is great. I was just talking about the new sniper rifle they added. So the compromise is basically just that you don't get armor shred, but you do get a lot of damage in one bullet. The other major advantage, too, in my opinion, and why I love it... Okay, it still does a decent amount of damage to armor. Like, don't get it twisted. It's not... Like, I just shredded most of that warrior's armor! See, that's what the landmines are for. And they doubted me when I put those landmines down. But yeah, as I was saying, some of the sniper rifles, besides this one, have a really big issue with reload speed and ammo capacity. So it's like you get 6 shots and it takes you 3 seconds to reload it. It's not ideal when you need to spam bullets. So the trade-off of having, like, you don't get armor piercing, but you do get really fast bullets per minute, potentially. Especially as recon. If you can hit things. I'm having some trouble. So many flashing lights on my screen, I can't see. I can't see. Yeah, it still does decent damage. Then again, I'm on standard. So I don't know how this does in high-level play. Sweatier people than me are going to have to weigh in. But I like it.
Next wave won't hit for a few.
So the Horde mode's great. You play up to 10 waves. You can play longer than 10 waves. But that's like the milestone each point, like 10, 20, 30, etc. And every 10 waves is a reward of some kind. I don't know if they've added more rewards to Horde mode or not. They still haven't added more maps, which I'm salty about. But the game's only been out for like 2 weeks. I can't sit here saying like, there's no content. I sat here playing it for 80 hours. Like, of course there's no content when you play everything faster than, you know. There are probably people on the Steam forums salty that there's nothing to play. Like, I get it. I'm the same way. I blitzed to endgame and did all the content, but like, chill. I actually was curious, and oh fuck, that's a lot. That's a lot of them. I was curious about the studio. Cold Iron is what they're called. They're like remote studios.
They'll be back.
The main people working on the game we're all working on it remotely from different
Get those bastards for this.
different states, I think. Like, the offices is in San Jose, but they're, like, all over the country. New content in just 2 weeks is pretty good, though. It is pretty good. It's a lot of stuff that was, I think, intended to be at launch that they just needed to polish, and glad it's here. Wondering if the difficulty tweaks that they've done apply to Horde mode as well. I can't aim. It's so embarrassing when I stream and I just like completely whiff shots. Like, I promise, I've been playing first-person shooters since I was 10. I know how to I know how to aim a gun. 1v1 me in Perfect Dark. God, I'd love to stream Perfect Dark at some point. I could. I have the capture card. I can hook it up to my Xbox. Because I've got Rare Replay and Perfect Dark HD. One of my favorite things about Perfect Dark is it was one of the first games on the, as far as I can tell, on console to have bots. I mean, there were probably ones before it, but it's one of the ones that I remember distinctly having bots in the multiplayer. And one time me and my friends got drunk and came up with a game mode where we made all of the bots fist sims, which means that they would melee you. They would punch you to death. Getting punched in Perfect Dark adds like a Gaussian blur effect on your screen, like heavy motion blur. And also, they were programmed, the fist sims, they were programmed to disarm you if you were holding a gun when they were running at you. So they would basically take all of your guns and punch you to death. And we made them all Elvis, which is the gray, the alien from Perfect Dark, who is the same proportions as Oddjob. So he's physically shorter than every other player model. He ran super fast and would punch you to death and steal all your guns. And we had 8 of them on a team in Team Deathmatch that you had to kill. You have modifiers in multiplayer Perfect Dark, and one of them that we had to turn on was slow motion. Because if slow motion wasn't on, they would just swarm you and kill you instantly. And it just turned into a zombie game. I remember, like, we were on Facility, the rehashed GoldenEye 64 level. And one of us was in the vents above the toilet stalls. And they were just kind of standing there like, I think I'm safe. And then a bunch of, like, they just turned the corner and a bunch of these little alien guys just peek out through the vent and just start swarming at him and punching him. I miss playing games in person. I miss couch co-op. Not as a concept, because I think there's still a bunch of good games with couch co-op, but I just miss people. COVID fucked the world, man. That's an understatement, but... Oh, I just...
Build your defenses.
I'm gonna probably have to spend another birthday in lockdown. And it bums me out. I can't do a birthday stream either, because that's the weekend I'm going up to my cousin's for that wedding. I mentioned I was getting fitted for a suit for. Definitely gonna be suit pics on Instagram. The one thing I was thinking about in regards to like the wedding and dressing up and stuff. Oh fuck, it's a crusher. Like a big angry dog. One thing I was thinking about is shaving my head. I've been hesitating on it because I like my kind of mop thing that I've got going on, like this shaggy curly mohawk. But at the same time, it's not really like dressy. You know what I mean? I feel like if I just got a buzz cut, it just looks fine. It's less hair to worry about. But I always hesitate with shaving my head. I know why. It's just, I was about to say, like, I don't know why. Like, I know why. It's because I like my hair. And every time I shave my head, I'm like, I wish I didn't do that. But, like, when you own clippers, like, the temptation's always there. Do my little dancey dance. Ah, damn it. I rolled at the wrong time. Did the music stop? Like, there was ambient music, and it just kind of cut out. should have been using cryo grids sooner. Alright.
They'll be back.
Rearming.
Alright. And a turret.
On yourself.
I kind of love that this highlights all enemies. Like, the whole point of recon is that you're a spotter, but you also apply debuffs with all of the spotting that you do. One of my favorite things is that your recon drone makes it so that every enemy you spot has their movement speed slowed by 30%. There's also a perk that you can find in like a loot box, one of those hidden caches on the levels, that makes it so that spotted enemies take 25% more damage. And it makes sense why it's a rare spawn, because it's broken. But like... God damn. I don't see this guy using frag grenades a ton. Which, I mean, like, you're a gunner. Use frag grenades, please. You just shoot him in the leg. Like, trying to get that spitter, but I can't see him. Whew. Hey, there we go. Let me just heal myself here. Okay.
Fireteam, our engine
All right,
is
I'd like to
completely
leave
resolved.
now.
There's another op scheduled. You want to extract now or keep pulling away the Xenos? Nice work out there, Marines. Get your ass back to the dropship.
Yeah, yeah. The pike's interesting. The fact that it doesn't have the ability to do large damage to armor makes it an interesting weapon consideration, but, like, still really good. Man, the music in this game slaps. This game getting an update also reminds me that Arcadegeddon is overdue for an update, and they should be seeing one soon. They announced they were posting about the roadmap on Twitter, and I'm really excited to jump back into that game. I'll have to see when they're planning on dropping it, because I'd love to just get an excuse to play that game again as well. But, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. We can't all return to base until you say we can. Come on. Okay, now we're going back to base. Yeah, damage-wise, like the M42 is the one that everybody uses. It's almost identical. Twilight V4, my baby. But, yeah. I think I want to do more Phalanx content. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to opt for the pistol shotgun, which in this case is the Kramer short barrel, and I opt for the SMG I was just using, the X43 Barrage Flechette. This is literally a pistol shotgun. Reload speed's fast, which is good. This thing's like laser accurate, so that's good. I still have I do have the ADS perk. Whee! Hard head. If I wore... Not that. Does that look out of place? They're like two slightly different shades of black. It seriously looks like an ODST helmet. It's at this point that I should remind you that Ridley Scott directed a Halo short animated series. Not animated, like a live-action series. Let's just rock that for now. And let's play with randoms fighting against... Looking good, thank you. Fighting against zombies. That's the last thing I haven't tested this class out against. We fought robots. We fought xenomorphs. And we're going to fight zombies.
That's the source of the gravity distortions. We don't know yet what Cynthia's trying to do with it. Who knows what's on that thing or what it can do. Get aboard, shut it down, by any means necessary.
With my little tiny shotgun and just this big armor. It's like, I'm gonna get you. We're on standard. We just have to deal 1 million damage and complete the mission to get the bonus from the challenge card. So yeah, if you care about stuff in the plot, they find an alien ship that belonged to the engineers, which are the weird smooth boys from Prometheus. I think this is similar to the ship from Alien Covenant, because you find the flute that David plays. The only reason people remember that scene from Alien Covenant is because he says the line, "I'll do the fingering."
Activated for what?
Nothing good. Fireteam, get aboard and stop it.
Pathogen jars.
They dangerous?
Only if opened. We couldn't dent the casing.
A crab! Shoot the crabs!
The fuck were those?
I guess pathogen mutations of some native life form.
No. People.
Alright. Shield works good against the pathogen zombies.
I really hope that wasn't nobody you knew.
Which is good, because, I mean, like, they don't do knockdown animations or have acid. So, like... yeah, it works out. I love that your commanding officer refers to those little guys as spicy nuggets. Like they're chicken nuggets. Basically fighting the Flood from Halo. Alright, now we can move.
Secure. You're nearly to the target.
Let's heal up.
Catching up.
Well, I think a good time to heal, I guess.
Attention. Asset Zero preparing for dispatch. T-minus 40 minutes to paragravity drive equilibrium. Pilot 14. Gateway station. Earth orbit.
Wait, Earth? Are they insane?
Oh yeah, they're gonna fly this weird alien spaceship to Earth. On autopilot. And there's the engineer suits.
What the
Remain calm. Merely a scan.
We crack open a cold one with the boys.
Insufficient data, but it appears you passed.
So how are folks in chat doing?
Bypassing death.
Let's shut this thing down, Fireteam.
Try not to break anything, please.
Just looking for crates.
Nice. An aid kit. Rearming.
Guess the mutants don't like synths.
Might you access that one's short-term memory?
Signal's closing.
Alright, them popping against your shield counts. So as long as you're aimed at them when they're jumping on you, you get the damage buff, which is good. If you're planning on playing this class, basically just make sure that you're aiming your shield at the things. Because if you're not, you take damage. Basically invincible, as long as everything hits your shield and not you. Having this mod is pretty great too. It just gives you accuracy when not aimed down sights with the shield up, which just means that it treats having the shield out like I'm aiming down sights. It feels great. Oh god, the
Big tracker
the
return
tiger.
movement. Indistinct.
The Leon.
Easy.
Rearming.
Let's get ammo.
Synth data received. Analyzing recent pathing.
The Leon Stalker.
Grab
That was
an aid
native
kit.
life. Big cat
Don't worry,
with
it's just a
chameleon
flesh
abilities.
Alright. He wants me to heal up. I'll take his advice.
Blend, but not perfectly.
Yeah. They're stealthy and interesting.
Grabbing ammo.
The enemies that they introduce in these levels are great, but they only exist within the levels they're introduced in at the moment. There hasn't been other levels with pathogen enemies, or... There's only been a couple of levels with synth and xenomorph enemies at the same time. Which, again, feels like a missed opportunity.
Stay frosty.
There's intel. There's collectibles on each of the maps to find. That was one of them.
Jesus. Wayland moved all the pathogen here.
Storage. For transport to labs in the core.
I know an ammo magazine when I see one.
Oh yeah, these jars contain the goop that turned people into these husks.
Keep heading up.
And it may or may not be the black goop from Prometheus. There's no particular reason why I went around other than just looking for crates. Gotta get them secret crates. Yeah, this character archetype though, the loadout of Phalanx works much, much better in mobile missions where you're not statically defending a single location. I can see it working better in a horde mode that revolves around synth enemies or something slightly different than xenomorphs, but for the Kasi Tower, it's definitely better to have someone longer range.
Capacitors charging. Objective. Mutagen sample returned.
Mutants ahead and to right.
All of the
Hey,
priorities
check this.
accepted.
Watch the ceiling.
Oh, that's why. Sorry, this is more important. What's in the crate? Give me the perk. No. No perk. Oh, we're only at 100,000 damage out of 1,000,000.
Secure. Resume advance.
There is an open synthetic
Who needs
near
ammo?
field on the far end of the room.
Mierda, Cynthia's team cannibalized one of their own?
All right, I'm gonna pop the.
Might be necessary to interface with this instrumentality.
Gonna pop this drone.
The exit to the control room has been sealed. Quantum encryption.
Another ass-load of mutants! Clear the deck!
Bypassing damage.
Come on. Honestly, though, it's pretty hard to do 1,000,000 damage on this mission specifically because everything dies so quickly. Even Leons are pretty quick to kill. They just move around a lot.
The door encryption is complex. There are other synthetics nearby. If
Right.
one has an intact memory core, I may be able to reconstruct the cipher.
Got one of Honeker's Leons in there!
There we go.
Core stability confirmed. Stand by.
Mutants coming up from below.
I think it's honestly pretty cool that when it stealths, like, you can see it, but it doesn't show up on motion tracker. I think that's a really cool detail. Oh, no, it does. Whew.
Bypassing damage.
Board's clear. Esther, what's your progress?
Grabbing
Oh, yeah, I have to go
I
up top.
reconstructed Cynthia's cipher. Access the upper door, over where you entered.
Honestly, this weapon combo works really well for Phalanx. I'm curious about the other pocket shotgun, the full auto one, but yeah, good on synths, good on pathogen. Okay at best when dealing with regular xenomorphs. Just be cautious. Oh, it's like in the movie.
Whoa. S, is this something
There's
we
the
can mess
flute.
with?
Everyone get this intel?
No, the controls are locked.
Get us to whatever passes for engineering. We'll take out the power, stop it from lifting off.
I just want to say, if you could not blow the ship up.
Right, important to science or history.
The files from the synthetic call this room Vitality Oven to grow.
Which means...
Humanity energy capacitors.
I mean, the nice thing about the full auto shotgun is it doesn't take as long to reload.
Access the control instrumentality.
Patching up.
Aid kit's here.
Rearming.
I'm just gonna put them in random spots because we're gonna have to cover the entire room.
Gun ready.
This mission is
Slow 'em down.
all over the place. But middle of the room for the stun trap. Regular sentry gun just up here.
Ready to go.
Mine's up.
On the ceiling, the same capacitors we encountered in the previous section.
So now I gotta blow these up while zombies come.
Automatic fuel cells. I see a 70% reduction in power flow. There must be more capacitors.
Check out those other two. Fuzzy signal. Watch for a stalker. Capacitor down.
Oh shit.
Jen, they're coming.
Power buildup slowed to 50%.
See any more capacitors?
There is another instrumentality at the far end.
Alright,
Grabbing ammo.
grab the ammo. Go, go, go.
Enter the sequence. Bone. Protective. Withdraw.
There. Two more to either side.
Yeah, damage done to the objective don't count, tragically.
Not believe the alien ship will fly again.
We'll keep a garrison aboard anyway. Things have to lie. It's just our luck if it heals itself, too.
Yeah, this whole thing's like bioorganic or something. It's kind of fascinating. Yeah, we didn't quite hit 1,000,000 damage, but that's fine.
Oh, set us down in that hangar. Fireteam, prep for extract. Beers are on me.
Yeah, challenge failed. Don't get hurt. You must not take any damage for the entire mission. Not a ton of XP. But a lot of kills. Like this loadout. Let's do one more mission, then call it for this quick stream, but there's not a ton to show. Not without a team, you know what I mean? Without the camaraderie, the communications. We're gonna bust out the rapid responder, which is a full auto shotty to demonstrate. And we're gonna pair it with a gun that I haven't messed with too much, but I've been curious about, which is the MP11 Storm Rifle. Storm Surge. I'm just gonna change colors on it a bit so that it matches the outfit. Get that gold. Then so it's a burst fire. Ammo capacity is probably what I'd want to worry about here. But it has to be an even amount. Because it's multiples of 5 the burst happens in. I could also just go for raw reload speed. But it's not particularly low. Fire rate's also not bad. I think going for an extra 2 bursts is probably the thing to do. As for missions, let's do the classic. Only way to be sure, search. Very quick, no boss fights. You can storm through it. It's a good way to grind XP. So, in that spirit, oh yeah, let's do that. No consumables. So this outfit is the one that costs real money, the $10 set, the Wei Yu special ops or whatever. It's worth it if you want to look like a Master Chief. But otherwise it's not, you're not getting anything, like you're not missing anything.
We are now officially on search and rescue. Blue team made it through Katanga's last security since, but once they reached the Xeno Hive, they dropped out of radio contact. You're going in to find them.
Oh, that could be fun. Nobody playing this mission? This is what I mean. Just give me give me quick play. Oh, there's a dock. And a bot. Yeah. Fine. Your weapons have 3 times as much recoil. That'll be fun. Ooh. This mission's quick and dirty, though, like I said. You just run, shoot some Xenos, run more.
Look, flares on the deck. Follow them. Molina's blue fire team passed this way. Xeno, side corridor!
Oh, that side corridor. Oh, that is some recoil. Yeah, much better to not aim down sights.
You're in their house. They could come from any direction.
Ambush.
So, be paranoid. If you see something, shoot something.
Alright, recoil aside, this does work good. It's clearing. Jesus. Yeah, the recoil is a lot. 3 times as much recoil is a lot of recoil. Big if true. I don't think crates can spawn this early in the level. No. It's just intel back there. And I've gotten it.
Shit. Listen.
Body on the deck.
It's the second time.
Grabbing ammo.
Remember the first time I played this, I got jumped like 5 or 6 times, and I got the achievement for it.
Rubber tags. This gun seems fast. Still 2 out there.
Oh, I thought that barrel would have done it. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, recoil modifier aside, this gun does feel good. 5-round burst is consistent. Ammo conservation is strong, which is something that struggle with SMGs. And the rapid responder's always been a pistol I really enjoyed. It's not the best pistol in the video game, but I used it on Doc, which is a class that only has pistol and rifle, so you can't use full-size shotguns with Doc. So it just ends up being a good companion. To fill a very specific niche. I'm hearing the audio bug where somebody's just shooting permanently, which isn't ideal. No, no. Sometimes a hidden cache will spawn in that little hallway. So if you're playing this level, that's where to look.
Cut it.
I'll cut this
We
one.
know Blue Fire Team went this way.
Hear that?
Hear that?
Strong signals from below.
Noosing, watch his attacks.
It's ready.
Or the shot. Just slap it a couple times.
Now get the hell out
And
of
no
the
crate
core.
at the end of that hallway. Which I think there's one that can spawn on that little ledge.
Blue Fire Team, we
This is exactly what Phalanx was built for. Is tunnels like that.
gotta be kidding. Clear. S, you got anything?
So there's a good chance that the crate could be in this little nook down here.
Pursue their
Yep.
objective.
Anyone need gear?
Laid below.
Alright, give me aftershock. Nope, no aftershock.
Ambush.
Ambush! The person flying now! Keep bleeding these benecos while they burn a hole at the bottom of the hull.
Unlikely. High resin is active.
More Xeno!
Gotta be careful with the eggs, because they'll hatch the little facehuggers. It's cool that they introduce it, like they save that for the end here, which I think is really cool. you just making sure? Gotta clear our sight lines. Like, I like that they save such an iconic thing for the final missions. And they show up a lot in Horde mode as well. An interesting challenge card modifier would be like replaces all Xenomorph runners with facehuggers that instant kill you if you don't succeed the quick time event.
Grabbing ammo.
If Cold Iron's listening, call me. I'll do voice work for free. Watch out for those bugs! Or, you know, there's supposed to be a plot point where Wayland Yutani's coming. I could be like a company man. I'm afraid your damaging and re-requisition of Wayland Yutani property is illegal. And we'll have to do something about that, I'm afraid.
Keep on them.
Oh, I'm sure you think that the Colonial Marines are above this. But they're not. My ship is twice your size.
Console nearby is active.
I suggest you cooperate.
Nice. An 8K. Gun ready.
Alright, let's get some sentry guns up.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah, it's good that you heal me as Doc.
Grabbing ammo. Station ready. All right.
Accessing. Stand by.
Alright, I'm gonna put fire ammo
Time to bring them
in my hand shotgun.
Keep the pendejos busy.
God, this recoil. You read the challenge card and think, like, there's no way. There's no way it'll be that bad. And then it is. You basically just have to, like, start dragging your mouse down as soon as you start shooting. Oh yeah, in terms of pocket shotguns, this one's definitely better than the Kramer short barrel. Phalanx really makes the shotgun pistols shine, though. Like, pistols are front and center here. And considering, like, how good SMGs get, and how effective this class is with shotguns, like... It's a tough choice. In terms of, like, what gear to use with this character. It's almost anything works. Damn it!
S, what have you got?
Blue team used this console to disable the capacitor safeties.
They're still in the fight. They'd be headed to the core lift next.
Grab ammo.
Xenos, closing!
Sleepy boy. Yeah, I did grab ammo.
Red 7 to Blue Fireteam, do you read? One door's welded. Blue team went that way. Cut it.
I'll cut it.
Cover me while I cut the door.
Blue team, sing out!
care about the bot. You want to go back and rescue him, Crimson, you absolutely can, but I'm not going to. I should have tried out a concussion thing, but I didn't. I'll have to keep messing around with different guns and different slots. And it's dead. The important thing to remember with Phalanx, if it's a class that you're like looking at and interested in, you don't have to have the shield out 24/7. Don't sweat that.
Fireteam, we got updated orders. With blue team down, we're taking over point on this op. Going to scuttle this fucking shitbox. You put the core in an override loop. That means going all the way to the bottom, the heart of the nest.
All right, got the challenge done. It was a pain in the ass. There's the bonus credits. Glass jaw. You take twice as much damage. Still not enough for a big level. The annoying thing is I think you might have to do horde mode to get some levels with this class, but there's not a ton of guns that I can imagine being really effective. Well, there's the Magnum. Magnum might be good. Magnum and the flechette gun. You know, basically what you'd be using if you were playing, Engineer. Because the Kramer 50 is like, you know, it's just a good-ass Magnum. Although I'd really want to use a shotgun. Shotgun's really good with this. And the Type 76 is probably, like, you know, That's what you want. Somehow spread is more when I aim down sights. That is nuts to me. What might be a good pairing, because it has the faster rate of fire and the larger magazine capacity, is the Type 95. So then you get the... Yeah. Yeah. I think that'll be interesting to really mess with when it comes to playing Phalanx and trying to understand how the class works. But I'm going to be ending my stream here today for Aliens Fireteam. It was a little later than I normally do on a Wednesday, but that's also because I was working today, and I'm just tired. I'm working a lot this week. Friday is going to be Hitman. I've swapped them because this update came out. Might also do more stuff over the weekend. I'm thinking about playing some more Knockout City, because it's a good game. I want to see when Arcadegeddon is going to be dropping its update. There was some online content for Watch Dogs Legion, but it's group content, and I don't know anyone else who owns the game, so that might not be happening, but be cool. And, yeah. Video games. No, Aliens Fireteam is really good. This update adds a lot of new stuff, a lot of interesting stuff. In terms of the new guns, most of the ones that I've used are decent. I'm still not 100% sure about the laser pistol, but, you know, somebody smarter than me can probably make it work really well. Looks like a blast. When I get paid this Friday, I could totally grab it for you, Aldrich. I'm just in the negatives right now, but I'll 100% buy it for you. More than happy to play it with you. I don't have to do anything. But more people playing this game, the better. That's my argument. Alright. I'm going to be jumping off here. Thank you. That's a good way to end the stream. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. For vibing. You're all... Fart defense. You're all wonderful people, and I love you all. I'm gonna lay down. Alright. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. And take care. And I'll see you all Friday, probably. Bye.